Well, despite explosive new claims in the Benghazi terror attacks, the administration is sticking to its previous story.
I said, hey, we're ready to go. Bob looks right through me and looks at the team leader and goes, you guys need to wait.
Bob was the CIA's base chief in Benghazi.
But to be clear, there was no stand-down order given from anyone. There has been no evidence to support that claim throughout this entire process.
No evidence. That's the White House response in the face of what is clearly a smoking gun in the Benghazi case. Are they right to call the men who are making that claim liars? Well, joining us now is California congressional candidate Larry Wilsky. He's a retired Command Master Chief of SEAL Team 7. He served with two of the Benghazi victims, Ty Wood and Glenn Doherty. Thanks a lot for joining us this morning. We appreciate it, Larry.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
So I assume that you take at face value the account of these men.
Absolutely, and what they had to say was really common knowledge amongst a lot of folks, just not in the Beltway or the mainstream media. So this is not new news, it's just honest.
It's just honest. So it's a little bit shocking. Pardon me, I don't have a background in the military, but the idea that men who are trying to save their fellow Americans would be told not to shocks me.
It's shocking. It's reprehensible, actually. And there's standard operating procedures for every theater mission going on for a reaction force. And we've all heard about the 90-minute aircraft from Aviano, the 2-hour fast team in Africa. And there was a lot of capabilities available that were shut down for some reason.
Huh, interesting. Well, the reason, according to these men, is their boss on the ground didn't want to give away, make public the fact there was such a large CIA contingent in Benghazi. Why were there so many CIA officers and contractors in Benghazi?
Well, there was an ongoing mission there for arming and equipping rebels, and that was another mission set.
Which rebels? Where?
Syrian
rebels, anti-Assad rebels. Interesting.
Yes, sir.
Has the Congress authorized that?
Pardon me?
Has the Congress authorized the arming of those rebels?
I believe so. I'm sure the White House did, and well, we had Petraeus who was involved in it, and also Panetta who was involved in it, and more specifically Hillary Clinton who was involved in it. And you can tell that by the 6 months and 8 different requests for additional security to the mission in Benghazi that was systematically taken away and security turned over to a militia in the area, which is something that we just don't do with our with our State Department folks.
Yeah, so an ambassador comes under fire, they're shooting RPGs into the building where he's standing, and the idea is we're going to let local militia protect him. Have you ever seen that happen before? I mean, that's not conventional, right?
No, sir, there's nothing conventional or standard about it. That was a whole system put in place for a number of different reasons. We can only speculate why, and thank goodness we have a special committee with subpoena authority coming online next week to start really digging into this and holding people accountable.
Yeah, and I was supposed to end with an obvious question, which is, why has it taken so long? I mean, it really, until Fox came up with the smoking gun, it felt like the story had stalled, at least in Congress. Why?
Well, I think it's because people like Fox News, like Ty Woods' father, like Captain Joe John, and other gentlemen have been relentless on looking for truth to power. And it's time our country reset itself as a leader, not as a liar.
Larry Wilsky joining us this morning. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, sir.